Bobby Bethea here with Edward Waters University. It's 2026 signing day here with Coach Brian Jenkins. And I wanted to ask you, Coach, is your first recruiting class that you've ever had, Coach? Give me some.
Well, it's my first class here at Edward Waters University, and I'm excited about it. You know, and the first thing I want to do is thank my coaches. I'm telling you, they did a wonderful job. Coach Ontario, our recruiting coordinator, put together a good plan. And I tell you what, my coaches went from several states to really recruit a good signing class. You know, so I got to thank them. I mean, you got to look at we recruited the areas of Florida, Georgia, Virginia, Louisiana, Texas, Mississippi, Tennessee. You know, our coaches were all over, burning up the road. And you know, when coaches are on the road recruiting, they take time away from their families. So the first thing I got to do is thank them, and they're truly responsible for this signing class, which I think is a special signing class because we got some really good players that we're going to talk about, and some players I'm probably not going to talk about, but we got a really good signing class, and I'm proud of it.
And to speak on those players that you would like to talk about, Jordan Scott out of Rains High School,
right,
center. What would you like to say about him?
Big time player, big time signee for us, state champion. He's a winner. He's a competitor. So we were really excited about getting him to join our program. He was listed on our board as one of the top overall recruits for a while. So I tell you what, we hit him from every angle, and we got a chance to really meet his family, and he wanted to be here. That was the exciting thing. So being able to seal the deal with a young man like that we think got tremendous skills, tremendous leadership ability, a very strong player, and has the skill set to maybe come in and see some early action. So yeah, Jordan is one that we're really excited about.
All right, Coach. And to move on, linebacker Jordan Clark. Can you tell me some things about him?
Well, Jordan Clark jumped in the boat early. He let us know that he wanted to jump on board and be a part of our program. But you're talking about a very skilled linebacker who can run sideline to sideline and make tackles. And he caught Coach Hayes, our defense coordinator, eye, and they got him right to me, and we watched him. And I tell you what, he was probably the first guy to commit to us. But you can look forward to a young man that can run sideline to sideline and make many plays at that linebacker position.
All right. And I also wanted to ask you about the young man out of Bishop Kennedy, Delonnie Dawkins.
Right. Delonnie Dawkins, very tall defensive back, and that's one of the things that we wanted to attack and really stick to. We wanted to go bigger in the secondary, and this young man is 6'1", maybe 6'2", with very good skill. He's very diverse as a player. Can play corner, can play safety. Also has the skill to play on the other side of the ball too. So, but he's a young man that I got a chance to go see, and really showed a lot of promise real early when I saw him. So when he matched what we were looking for, tall, long cornerbacks that were very athletic, and you know, also an athlete that could play multiple positions. So I really think he's going to come in and fit our defensive scheme really well.
And Coach, just to piggyback off of what you said about Delonnie Dawkins, do you think he will play multiple positions?
Well, it's yet to be seen. You know, one of the things we want to do is upgrade our overall athletic ability as a team. So, I mean, he's going to be up against some stiff competition, but if he's good enough, I'm not against it.
The next question I wanted to ask was about Wilmarius Jackson, the tackle.
Wow, I tell you what, Wilmarius Jackson, big time player. You know, big time offensive tackle, really mean streak. And that's what's kind of different about him, because when he's off the field, he's very quiet, not a man of many words. But when you see him put on those that football uniform and that helmet, man, he plays it as tough as anybody. He's very athletic, and he answered what we wanted, you know, and what we was looking for as a tackle. We wanted to get bigger tackles, guys with some length and some athletic ability. And I tell you what, he checked the marks of everything that we wanted. So we really look forward to him joining us. And like I say, that's another young man that has the ability to possibly hit the lineup early.
Yes, sir, Coach. Also wanted to speak out of the young man, Kamonte Nixon.
Right.
Brad.
Kamonte Nixon, big receiver, 6'4", 6'5" kid. big hands, can run and change directions. You know, Coach Dooley has this thing against small receivers. So he wanted to go out and get a big receiver, and we went out and got one. We got into a dogfight a little bit down the stretch with some other schools, but I tell you what, Coach Dooley kind of took it over and was able to seal the deal, and that was a good thing. So, but a really tall receiver who can stretch the field, and we think could really do some exciting things in our offense.
All right, Coach. No problem. I appreciate that. And Malik Wilkerson, out of Lake Howell High School.
You're talking about speed, man.
Yeah.
You're talking about fast, shifty, explosive, can take it the distance. And that's another thing we wanted to do. We wanted to find a way to get guys who can be track runners on the football field. Once they, stepped out of the hole, they can take it the different distance. And it's not many guys who can do that. But he was one that showed us that he could do it. He did it multiple times in high school. Then when you check his track times, they're some of the best in the state. But when you talk about that young man, the first thing you got to say is speed.
And one thing about this team, Coach, I wanted to ask, how do you feel speed will play a big part in this offense?
It plays a tremendous part in this offense. Everything that we do is fast. We play fast, so we want guys who can run fast as well. I told the guys what I wanted to do is find a way to get 2 4x100 football teams at the wide receiver position. And I tell you what, he's a guy that starts us off pretty well. But speed plays a very strong factor in this game, and it can give you an edge. And if you can play fast, think fast, execute fast, and then it puts you ahead of the game. So that's something that I think with this young man, we were able to answer well with.
And Coach, those are great questions. Great answers. But I also wanted to ask you about the young man, Caleb Bell, out of Bartow.
Caleb Bell, to us, is a really exciting player. One, he's a young man who did what he was supposed to do in the classroom, had an exceptional GPA. 2, he has great tech character. 3, he's from a great family. And 4, he's a great player. So, when you got a young man that has all those good things going on, of course you would want him in your program. Then another exciting thing about him is he's an early enrollee. So he's already in school, he's already in 12 to 15 hours, he's already in our workout program. So, he'll be ahead of some of the other guys that's coming in because he'll get a chance to practice spring practice as well. So when you look at him and see where he plays, he's fast off the edge. You talk about a young man that's 6'3", 6'4", already about 230, 240. So when he gets to camp, he'll be ahead of everybody else, and I think he's a guy that's going to definitely do some great things for us, once the season gets here.
Yes, sir. And asking about the young man out of Lake Gibson, Jordan Jenkins.
Wow. You're talking about big. We wanted to increase our size at D-tackle, and I tell you what, with him and a couple other guys, we were able to do it. You're talking about a young man, 6'3", 300 plus at D-tackle that can run, is a mean and nasty player. Really good young man. It was exciting to see him play at that size, and then just getting him on campus and seeing that he fits our culture. Wow. You can look forward to great things from that guy.
That's great to hear, Coach. The defensive lineman out of West Merrick, out of Westwood.
Out of Westwood,
Florida.
Right.
Gregory Merrick.
Yeah, Gregory.
Yes.
When you talk about big, mean, and nasty player, you talk about this young man. And I'm going to tell you what's so unique. I'm going to tell you a story about him. This young man came on the visit, right? And he told me he had lost weight. He had lost about 20 pounds. But he still weighed in at 320, So when I looked at him and saw that he had trimmed down, but he was still the size that he was, all I could do was smile. But once again, another player that helped us meet our goal of bringing some size to the D-line, along with some athleticism. But he has a great future ahead of him. And you can see how committed he is. He's already started training and trimming himself down so he can be effective at the college game. But I think Coach Ontario did a wonderful job finding those 2 D tackles to come in and be able to fill the void of what we've been missing, and that's some size up front on our D-line.
All right, Coach. Back to the offensive side of the ball. We wanted to talk about the young man out of Miami Northern, Damani Downs. What can you say?
Damani Downs, let me tell you, Damani Downs is a guy that the sky's the limit. You know, he has a lot of swag with the way he plays, which I like, but he has a good skill set. You know, but once again, another tall receiver, Coach Dooley. Got to think against small receivers, but that's okay. But another tall receiver that we like, you know, a 6'4" young man who's also a track runner as well, but has great upside. Has a really great upside, good work ethic, can really stretch the field and go deep. He can catch the short ball and has the ability to make people miss and the speed to take it the distance. So, another special thing about him is he's here as well. He's enrolled now, already in class, already participating in track, as well as preparing for spring ball. So I'm really excited about seeing him line up for us and seeing him in our offensive system, which he's kind of familiar with a little bit. But I'm really excited about Damani Downs.
Okay, Coach. To talk about this linebacker core again, Travis Ricard out of Largo.
Right.
What can you say about him?
I tell you what, when you see him, you're going to see why we signed this young man. But, a big linebacker that can manage and take over the middle. And even though he's a young guy, we're looking forward to seeing him, like I say, get some snaps from day one. He definitely has the body frame for it. He has the skill set already. He has the strength. Now we just got to see if he has the mental side to be able to manage the game, but has everything that's needed in order to be a tremendous dominating linebacker. And that's why we, being able to sign him, I think puts us in a good position defensively.
Okay, Coach. To talk about the quarterback room, we want to talk about the young man, CJ Daughtry. What can you say about CJ?
Exciting, really exciting. Coach Dooley is responsible for attracting him to our program through his connects and different things like that. We were able to get on this young man. It was a little scary at first because he's an explosive player now, and I couldn't believe a young man like that was still available. But nevertheless, we're relentless recruiting, and I got a lot of aggressive recruiting coaches. That's our style. We're going to go at it with the best of them. We don't care who has offered them. If they fit our culture and fit our system, we're going to go after them. But this young man is exciting, and I tell you what, he has the skill set to take something very small and turn it into something very big, and he's going to come and compete right away. At that quarterback spot, he has something just a little bit different than some of those other guys. So I'm really excited about getting a chance to get this young man to join our program, and I'm really looking forward to see what he can do under the tutelage of Coach Dooley.
And speaking of some of those other guys, to move on, we wanted to talk about quarterback Tavion Falk. What can you say about Tavion Falk?
True competitor, can never count him out. But the things that young man has been through in his life, and he's still standing, still pushing forward, still progressing, has a attitude of never say never. A lot of people counted him out, early in his career, and he just stayed quiet and kept working. And like you say, we had a relationship in the past. I'm very close to his family, and I wanted to get him a couple years ago, but things just didn't work out. But as soon as he was on the market again, I was right back on, and we were able to talk things out, and we were able to attract him again to our university here at Edward Waters. But he's a young man that's going to come compete. You better get ready, because he competes every day at everything, and his mindset is just never say never, never count me out. And that's what I'm excited about. He's going to bring a strong, characteristic of competition, not only to that quarterback room, but to our football team. And I'll tell you this, he's a natural born leader. It comes easy. He's not afraid to say something when something's not right. He's not afraid to speak up when guys are not keeping the expectation. So I'm really excited about seeing how this thing works out in the quarterback room with him being there.
Okay, Coach. And I wanted to ask you a couple things about your coaching staff. Coach Dooley, how do you feel about him and how he's going to run this offense?
Man, let me tell you this. That's the best dressed coach in college football. Right? That's why we call him $1 Million Man. Yeah, he's the best dressed guy. No, I feel good under Coach Dooley, having hands over the offense. He's very knowledgeable. We run very similar schemes, just a couple things different here and there. But if I didn't feel good about him, I wouldn't talk to him about coming and being the offensive coordinator. He's done a good job thus far, and I know it's going to get better. So I'm really excited about where we're going to go with that. along with Coach Dooley, Coach Hayes, our O-line coach, has always done a good job here. When I was the coordinator here, sometimes he had to patch some things together, but he found a way to get it done, never complained, but has done a good job. And then I'm really excited about, Keith Moore, who played for us. This young man has took on a lot of coaching duties and has done an excellent job. And I'm really looking forward to see what his future is like at, in the coaching profession. But I'm excited about the offensive side of the ball, as well as I'm excited about the defensive side of the ball. But all those guys on offense do a phenomenal job and have done a tremendous job thus far of recruiting the right guys that we want to fit what we want to do, and as well as getting those guys already prepared to play. So I'm excited about that whole crew.
Yes, sir. And speaking about that offense, I want to go to the defensive side of the ball and speak about Coach Darren Hayes.
Man, you talk about the button pusher. He's going to push every button he can. He's not going to listen to you telling him no. You're going to have to tell him no 3 or 4 times, and that's just how he is. But a guy with a lot of energy, not only about football but about life. He's going to keep you on your toes. I got a lot of respect for him. Works very hard. Him and Coach Ontario did a tremendous job, at recruiting guys that we needed defensively, and it just never stops. Like this morning, we're on our way here, and he's still sending guys to be watched, recruiting wise. But that's how he is. He's an Energizer bunny, and I feel very confident that we're going to have a really good defense. Just looking at his work ethic and looking at Coach Ontario's work ethic. So, as a head coach, how can you not be confident in your staff? And I think I got one of the best staffs, offensively or defensively, in college football at any level. I think they can match wits with anybody when it comes to X's and O's. Their work ethic is tremendous. Their professionalism is exceptional. So for me, the job becomes easy when I got a group of men like that I'm with every day that has the same vision that I have and support the vision that I have in building this program into a winner.
Yes, sir. And another quick question for you, Coach Jenkins. I also wanted to ask, what are your expectations coming into this 2026 season?
To win it all. I know nothing less, and that's the unique thing. My coaches feel the same way. And we challenge each other every day, and we keep reminding each other every day why we're here. We're not only here to win ball games, but we're here to develop young men too. So we put a lot into our guys, more than just X's and O's. It's a lot of counseling, a lot of talking to them, a lot of guiding them, a lot of leading them, and teaching them as well. So, the one thing I want to do is win championships, win a championship this year. And then the second thing I want to do is continue to be victorious off the field by helping to build men. And I think as long as we can stay focused and, keep the expectation, I think, we'll have the chance to do both, without a doubt.
Thank you, Coach Jenkins. We appreciate you being here.
Okay, appreciate you, man.
Yes,
hey, once again, this is our first signing class.
Yes,
I'm looking forward to seeing what these young men can do. But like I said, I got to give a shout out to my staff. They did a wonderful job hitting the road, hitting many states in recruiting, putting in a lot of long hours. I want to thank their families for allowing them to do the job at the level that they've done it at. Because when you're recruiting, like I say, you're away from your family a lot. So I'm just very grateful that these gentlemen have been able to commit to this program like they have, and have given the grand championship effort that they give every day to help this program develop into being a winner.
Yes, sir. Thank you, Coach.
All right. Thank you, man.
Appreciate you. I am Bobby Bethea, and I'm here with Edward Waters University 2026 signing day. I'm also here with Coach Eric Dooley, the offensive coordinator for the Edward Waters University football team, and Coach Dooley. I wanted to ask you a good question, man. Why they call you the $1 Million Man?
Well, I never was called that name. This guy by the name of Brian Jenkins, who said I don't like short receivers. He happened to be a short receiver, so I probably wouldn't have recruited him. But he the guy that came up with that name, the $1 Million Man.
Yes, sir, Coach. This is being your first recruiting class at Edward Waters. How do you feel about the new guys you have coming in on offense?
Well, definitely we're excited. Coach Jenkins elaborated on it, talking about the guys we were able to go out and get. Of course, we try to build inside out, get the linemen to get those guys. And I thought we had some guys coming back that can help us. So to go out and get guys like that is to me like being a child, waiting for Christmas to open up those presents.
Okay, Coach. And we also I talked to Coach Jenkins about the offensive line and a couple of those guys. How do you feel about those big guys you got recruited up there?
I think it's going to help depth-wise. As the president said, we got off to a fast start, but we thought that depth kind of got in the way as we got to the end of the season. So to add more guys and guys that can play very athletic, I think it's going to help.
Okay, Coach. Being that Edward Waters had one of the highest scoring offenses last year, how do you feel to improve on that or even manage that type of production on offense?
Well, we were pleased but wasn't satisfied, so that's why we went on and got more weapons and more guys to help protect. I think we can probably build off of that. I think we got some things coming in. We're coming off momentum where we did have, but we wasn't satisfied with that. We scored. I think it got to turn into W. So now we got more weapons and we got more guys. We got the depth that we need, so we feel real good about it.
Yes, sir, Coach. Thank you for being here. We appreciate having you.
Thank you.
I am Bobby Bethea, and I'm here with Edward Waters University 2026 signing day. I'm also here with Coach Darren Hayes, the DC of the Edward Waters University football team. And Coach Hayes, this is your first recruiting class here at Edward Waters University on the defensive side. And I also wanted to ask you, how do you feel about those young guys that you just got here?
First of all, I want to give all the honor and praise to God for giving us this opportunity, and I'm very, very excited. Our head coach gave us the directive. We all have Division I backgrounds. The way we recruit here, if we wouldn't have took them at the Division I level, we weren't going to take them here. We're not recruiting Division II kids. We're recruiting Division I caliber players so that we could go not just beyond this conference, but nationally. Our goal is to play in the national championship here at Edward Waters University and build a dynasty right here in North Florida, and it can happen. We hit it hard locally, we hit it hard nationally, and we're trying to bring in guys who are absolute difference makers at every position, especially on defense.
Okay, Coach, so to piggyback off of what you're saying about the defense, I want to talk about the defensive line. Some of the young guys you brought in, how do you think they'll benefit, and what do you think they will add to this defensive line?
Size. That's one thing that we struggled with last year. It was really tough stopping the run. When you have team D-linemen, it's just, I don't care what scheme you got, it doesn't work. You want to tell me the best coach, give me better players, and now it's a lot easier. You got to have bigger and stronger guys in the interior. You got to have guys that can draw double teams. If you have guys who draw double teams, now your linebackers can flow. Now your ends are coming off free. And when that happens, good things happen. We tried, did the best we could with the smaller guys we had, but we had to get bigger and stronger in the interior as well as quicker on the ends.
Yes, sir. And to complement that front seven, let's talk about the secondary and the young guys that you brought in on the secondary.
Well, we had to go with length. We needed length. We had to really overhaul our entire secondary. Had a good group of young men last year that fought, but we just needed a little bit more size as well as speed. One thing you can't coach is speed and size. I can't make you faster, I can't make you taller. That was God. So what I can do is make you better. So we needed longer guys that can run and just can help us, especially against the long balls. Gave up a couple long balls, just being outmatched, being outsized. Being guys who probably don't run as well. But our goal was to get faster at that position and get longer at that position.
Okay, Coach. And what are you looking forward to, and what standard are you looking to set for the defense?
Our defense name is Dark Side.
Okay.
So that's the standard. Our standard is we want to shut down every defense. Like Dark Side, we want to cut the lights out. Yeah. We just want to make sure that we dominate at every position from the D-line to the linebackers to the secondary. And our goal is to win football games. Offense sell tickets.
Yeah.
Defense win championships.
Yes, sir, Coach. We appreciate having you. This is Darren Hayes, defensive coordinator at Edward Waters University football team. I am Bobby Bethea. We are here at Edward Waters University 2026 signing day. I'm also here with Coach Addison Hayes. And Coach Hayes, I wanted to ask you a first question before we get into talking about this 2026 recruiting class. How is it transitioning from an O-line coach to an assistant head coach?
It's not that difficult. I've always considered myself a working link. So therefore, whatever the head coach needs, I'm always available to get it done. So when Coach Jenkins took over and told me I was going to be his number 2, I took it and ran with it. Just always helping with the day-to-day operations and things like like that. It's a bit challenging at times, but took it around with it, and I'm enjoying the opportunity to be the number 2 guy over operations, making sure the day-to-day operations kind of run smoothly for him.
All right. So you've been here since 2021. This 2026 recruiting class, what can you say is different about this class?
This class is the biggest class we've probably signed here at EWU Waters, and I mean big.
Yeah.
From the defensive line to the offensive line, those guys, are extraordinary players on and off the field. They have great GPAs coming out of high school. They qualify for some of the academic scholarships that we have here at EWU Waters as well. So that just tells you the type of players that we're going for here. Guys that are going to dominate on the field, and then also take care of their academics off the field. Coach Jenkins likes to say win championships on the field and then have those victories in the classroom off the field.
Yes, sir. I also wanted to ask you, with this offensive line, how do you feel that their size and speed is going to affect the game coming up this season?
Mr. Jordan Scott, a state championship from Raines High School, sends me videos all the time of him working out in the weight room, and just throwing weight around. So we're excited about him coming in and competing for that starting role at the center position. I'm not opposed to starting freshmen, as we've shown in the past. Guys that could come in and play right away, that's the type of talent we're looking for. Mr. Jackson from Bradford High School, he's a guy. Long, athletic, tough, very, very physical. And that's what we're looking for, guys that could come in and compete right now. Like we said, we're competing for a championship this year. And we believe those 2 guys up front are going to help lead us that way.
And Coach Hayes, I also wanted to ask you, what is the standard that you're looking for out of the O-line?
Toughness, by far. You're going to get nicks, bruises. You got to go. I'm a guy that just love guys that are tough, that's going to compete every single day, not only on the field but also in the classroom. Guys that we can count on, depend on, that's not going to show up on time but show up early and stay late to get that extra work in. Guys that's going to not only pour into themselves but pour into the people around them. Guys that's going to just show up every single day, ready to compete and get better. Those are the type of guys I love. Those are the type of guys that we're going after. Those are the type of guys that we got.
I appreciate you, Coach Hayes.
Thank you. I appreciate you.
I am Bobby Bethea. We are here with EWU Waters University 2026 signing day, and I'm also here with recruiting coordinator Terrio Johnson. Coach Terrio Johnson, I wanted to ask you a couple questions about this recruiting class, and I wanted to ask just how you're feeling about the young guys you got here.
I'm excited, man. We brought in a lot of good pieces, key pieces that we needed, especially with some of the things we went through last year, not having depth at certain positions. This year, I kind of think we went out and got depth, not only depth, but we got guys who can come and play right now. We got some really good guys up front, defensive line wise. By me being a defensive line coach, Coach kind of gave me a little bit of leeway to go get what I wanted. So I really loved that. So when he gave me that leeway, I went out and got big guys. If they didn't look like me, I ain't one. Coach pretty big.
Yeah.
So we got some big guys up front. Linebacker wise, we got guys who can run. DB guys, we got guys who can run but also track the ball. So I'm very excited, man. I don't think there's many teams across the country that are on our level that can play with us. That's me saying that from a recruiting coordinator standpoint and also from a defensive line coach standpoint. By me and Coach Hayes being together prior to, he was once my coach when I played at BCU. I kind of already know what he's looking for. And he know the kind of mindset I have. So we came together on this staff to build a defensive led team. So when we go out there, when we get off the bus, I want teams to know we're big, we're hungry, and we're here. You get what I'm saying? So, but that's the mindset that we're going to attack this year, defensive-wise. We're going to come in hungry. We're going to stop the run. I can't stress that enough. We're going to stop the run. There's some teams that we played, and I don't mean to cut you off.
No,
there's some teams we played last year that rolled the ball out and kind of thought they was going to run on us.
Yeah.
Right? We didn't have the depth to kind of do what we wanted to do, but now I'm confident in saying that ain't going to happen. It ain't going to happen.
Okay, Coach, another question for you. With this recruiting class, do do you think you were able to add a lot of size to go, not a lot of size, a lot of speed to go with the size that you have?
No doubt, no doubt. We had speed last year. No doubt about the speed. Caleb Bell. We got guys like Chase, who was here last year. So we got guys who can run. So we just needed some size to kind of go with the speed we already had. We have speed, and we're in Florida. It ain't hard to find speed.
Yeah.
So we went and got some size that's actually from Florida that was hiding in the bushes to go with some of the speed that we already have.
Okay, and being that you recruited this class, what do you think is the standard for this defense coming up?
Win. I want to say what we say every day, but I don't want to mess this take up. But we're going to win.
Yeah.
We're going to win, and defensively, we're going to be dominant.
Yes, sir. Thank you for having me. We thank you for being here, Coach Terry Johnson.
Thank you for having me.
Hello, I'm Bobby Bethea. We are here with Edward Waters 2026 signing day, and I'm here with quarterback Tavian Falk, and I just want to ask him a couple quick questions. Tavian Falk, what attracted you to come to EWU?
Well, you know, me and Coach Jenkins, we've been in contact for a long time. You know, it was so much opportunity that we had, but it just under certain circumstances where it fell through, and you know, good connections, they always find each other, and they always find each other way back. So it was really just the connection between that, and then just Edward Waters as a whole. It's just a good program, and it's always good to be a part of a good program. So you always want to see what you can build, bring apart, and just put together and see what you can do at the end of the day.
And last question for you, Tavian. What do you bring to this offense, mentally and physically?
Physically, I'm just explosive player. You know, players never really over with me. You know, so at the end of the day, I bring that wow factor. So it's just I can make plays out of nothing. Mentally, it's just no matter at any point in the game, I'm the same person. I'm never too high, never too low, very mellow. It's just staying the same person through it all. No matter if we down by a lot or up by a lot, I'm just the same person at the end of the day.
I appreciate you. Yes, sir. Continuing the 2026 EWU Signing Day, I'm here with Caleb Bell out of Bartow, Florida, defensive end. So, knowing that you're out of Bartow, since you're out of a smaller city, how do you think those things you learned from Bartow will help you flourish in Jacksonville, Florida?
Just playing with confidence, playing in bigger environments. We've always been the underdog, so it's better to play with confidence and show up and work hard. So it's been something I've been used to.
Okay, so as a defensive end, what do you feel that you will bring to this defensive line?
Just quick off the edge and violent and relentless.
So, also being out of Bartow, Florida, I wanted to ask you, what attracted you to come to Edward Waters University?
Honestly, I just wanted to stay in Florida. I liked the way the coaches were talking to me. They were very consistent with their communication. Whether it was early in the morning or late at night, I was going to get a text from Coach Johnson. So I really was just confident around being with people that were confident with me. So that's the reason I wanted to come here.
All right, now Caleb Bell. Yes, sir. Thank you. All right, continuing this 2026 EWU Signing Day, we have here with me wide receiver Damani Downs from Miami Norland, actually. And Damani, I wanted to ask you some quick questions. I also wanted to know, since you're from Miami, Norland area, what do you feel like you could bring to EWU in this offense led by Coach Dooley?
I feel like I can bring a very explosive wide receiver. I feel like he can be very dominant in good schemes, like he runs very great schemes on the offense. And I just love the way he draws the plays.
Okay, and also being from Norland, so you were a Viking at Norland. How do you feel about coming here and becoming a Tiger?
I feel great. I feel like I'm ready to win and I'm ready to dominate.
All right, another question for you. So, what do you feel like you bring to the table as far as ability and just explosiveness? What do you feel like you bring to the table?
I feel like I'm just dominant. I feel like I'm just gonna win on anything, one-on-one, press, off, it don't matter. I'm just gonna win.
I am Bobby Bethea. We are here at Edward Waters University 2026 Signing Day. I'm also here with President Zachary Faison of Edward Waters University. And Dr. Faison, I wanted to ask you a couple questions. It is Coach Jenkins' first 2026 recruiting class here at EWU. How do you feel about that?
Well, just beyond excited. I know that Coach Jenkins and his staff have really put in a lot of work in scouring the country to bring in top-level talent, student athletes that are going to move us to where we want to be, and that's championship level on the field as well as off the field. So very excited for this first full cycle for Coach Jenkins and the staff.
Yes, sir. I also wanted to highlight some of the big rivalry games we have this upcoming season. Let's talk about the Big Cat Classic.
Absolutely. Well, you know, that's always a cat fight, as we like to call it, a cat fight between us and Florida Memorial University, and so we're looking forward to them coming to the university for our second Unity Classic football game, and we know we had a great contest last year against Virginia Union. Have started that classic now 1-0, and we want to extend that streak, but we know that it's going to take a lot of hard work. It's a very talented squad down at Florida Memorial, and they're kind of like our cousins in a way. So they'll be traveling here, and we'll have a great crowd, and looking forward to a great game.
Yes, sir. I wanted to also ask you about the AME Classic versus Allen.
Absolutely. Well, you know, I'll be very honest with you. You know, it was not a good feeling when we were in South Carolina last year. I had to leave that Bishop's Cup in South Carolina, so we owe them. But we're looking forward to that game. It's one that we always have circled on the calendar. Very talented Allen team. But I'm looking forward to what our staff, Coach Jenkins, and our players this year are going to bring to the table so that we can bring that Bishop's Cup back to Jacksonville.
Yes, sir. Dr. Faison, I wanted to ask you also, how do you feel about the team and where they were last year and where they will be?
Yeah. Well, I think, you know, when you bring in a new coach, a new staff, that first year a lot of times is about really kind of establishing what the DNA is going to be for your program. And obviously Coach Jenkins had been here, you know, priorly, but this was his first foray as head coach here. And what I was able to witness and see is the stamping of the DNA that is going to really mark what the program is going to be under his leadership. And so, you know, we got out the gate strong. As everyone knows, got off to our best record in I think 50 plus years or so. It kind of tailed off towards the end. But what I do know in my conversation and dialogue with Coach Jenkins is he was not satisfied at all. And when I'm not satisfied, he's not satisfied, I know those two things are going to coalesce to make some change. And Coach Jenkins and I share this. He knows this from where I sit as president. It's championships. It's championship of us. I don't want to be 6-4. I want to be 7-3. I want to hang a banner. I want to buy my guys rings. If I'm not buying rings at the end of the season, we haven't had a successful season. So that's the mark. That's the goal. And I'm confident and feel very good about the young men that we've retained, as well as the young men that we're going to bring in this year to help us reach that goal.
Yes, sir. President Faison, we appreciate you for having me.
Absolutely.
And I appreciate you for maybe asking these questions.
Wonderful.
I am Bobby Bethea. We are here at Edward Waters University for the 2026 Signing Day. And I am also here with Vice President and Director of Edward Waters University Intercollegiate Athletics, Miss Ashley Connor. I wanted to ask you just about the Edward Waters in this upcoming 2026 season. How do you feel about it?
So I am super excited about the 2026 season. We have 5 home games, so very excited about being able to get back in the jungle, have our students, staff, faculty. Super excited about the kids that we're signing as well. We have some great kids that are coming back. We have some good kids that we are signing, and very excited about the leadership under Coach Brian Jenkins.
How do you feel about the Big Cat Classic that's coming up?
So actually it's going to be the Unity Classic this year, and very excited about it. I think it's going to not only bring some attraction back to Jacksonville, but it is a kind of years long of great football that has been played. Of course, we are going for the win. We don't like to lose in the jungle, so something that we are staying on. We won last year's Unity Classic, so definitely looking to continue in that same trajectory. So very excited about the upcoming Unity Classic, which will be our first home game of the season.
Okay, and I also wanted to ask you about, since Allen is coming down and they will be in the jungle, how do you feel about the AME Classic?
So AME Classic is always an exciting time. It's also our senior night, so it's a way for us to be able to celebrate our seniors, last game of the season. So I think that it'll be an exciting time to have two historic HBCUs come together back here in Jacksonville and hopefully bringing back home the trophy here to Jacksonville again in the AME Classic.
And how do you feel about this 2026 season as far as just being able to be back in the jungle and enjoy just the atmosphere of HBCU and football?
Absolutely. So as a HBCU graduate, HBCU football is near and dear to my heart. And you know, we're going back into a new season under Coach Brian Jenkins' leadership. We started the season in kind of a rocky area where he kind of took over 2 weeks into going into the camp. So not necessarily going into a season with his recruits, his class, but he has put a vision into this football program. So very excited about how watching him kind of live out what that looks like with his recruits, his coaching staff, and everyone. So very excited. HBCU football is just kind of one of a kind. So very excited to have our students, our community be able to support with 5 home games. So we have our season tickets that will go out on March 1st. So definitely get online, go EWUTigerPride.com/tickets, get those season tickets that will go online, and then come and support. Edward Waters football is going to change a lot, and we are excited about how we're going to run through the SIAC and how we're going to run through Division II football. So I'm very excited about the leadership under Coach Jenkins, his coaching staff, and our new signees that will be coming in.
Very exciting year coming up. We thank you, support. We appreciate you, Ms. Ashley Collins, for coming out. And we appreciate it.
Absolutely. Thank you.